welcome to Goa Cast. This is the official podcast for Goa Fest. I am your host, Pooja Jurmania, and what a pleasure it is to have the one and only Neha Dhupia with us right now. Firstly, you stand so much as a strong personality when people look up to you, when they look at your journey, the unconventional choices that you have made and set an example, such a trailblazer that you are. I really want to know, and as cliche as it might sound, what is the secret to that one?
Oh my God, you really have made me sound like,
No, you
I've really
are.
risen in my own eyes after that introduction
No, you
or question.
are. You are.
But having said that, I think I'm just trying. Sometimes you get kicked around so much because you're like, okay, this is not working out or this is not succeeding. So let me try something else. Let me try something else. And it may come across like, I'm actually doing multiple things, but I'm probably just trying to toy around and see where I fit in. And, over a span of time, the one thing that at least for me, I'm not scared of doing is associating myself in different kind of creative processes because I feel like it's not going to hurt. Like we always think and especially when I started in the business, everyone was like, ये करेंगे तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे कि ये कर रहे हैं तो इसके time पे आपके पास ये काम नहीं है. I don't think so. I think for every hustle, there should be a side hustle.
Yeah.
And that's so important. So like,
Very true.
while you're doing, and that's what it is. Like, if I had to take out a simpler meaning of that, it's your plan B.
Yeah.
So I am operating and giving it 100% in my plan A, but I'm also trying to figure out plan B at all times. So I feel like it doesn't hurt. It only makes you far more creative. It kind of makes you more knowledgeable. It makes you, the hustle makes it far more interesting. And, in a city like Mumbai, especially when you're waking up every day with that same hunger to work, it gives you more work. And I always feel like the more visible you are and the more work you do, it attracts like-minded people.
But what keeps you hungry? There's so much that you've achieved. There's so much that you've had for yourself,
I'm a very insecure person.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not enough. And I feel like, I also have, I've never admitted this, but I do have the fear of being forgotten.
Oh, really?
And that's what I think, I feel like I want to be in everyone's kind of memory card at all times and, keep the pace alive. All of that. And, this could be like my huge kind of box of confessions, but I'm confessing because I feel like it's okay to say so. Because A, admit it to yourself, and B, feel confident about, being hungry or trying to be creative or just thinking it's not good enough. And I go to work every day with that same intention that, hey, let's give it 100% today because you don't know who's watching. And more importantly, treat
who you're inspiring, I guess.
I
mean, to be
wouldn't-
honest,
I
there are people
don't
like
know.
us who just look at you, look at your journey, and we get inspired.
I mean, I hope so somewhere, but I mean, the intention is not that, hey, today I'm going to get to work because I'm inspiring a lot of people, but, I'm just motivating myself. Now, if that's good enough to inspire more people, it's great. Like, I get that a lot. I get this feedback a lot, but I'm not going to take it because then I'll just be like, okay, today I'm going to inspire people. So what should I do? Because then I'd stop being myself, So I never let all that. I mean, there's a huge amount of, my husband also says that, why do you have to get up and do something every day? Why can't we just like relax? And then I'm like relaxing and I'm like,
That's not my cup of tea.
what do I do? What do I do? How do I not relax? Why don't you just take it easy? And I'm just like, now what do I do? Like, I have nothing to do when I take it easy. So it really like, so for the slang, it's called ants in your pants.
Yeah. So last question. Failure to success is what you spoke about and what you were here for. You just moderated that session with
Yes, and adaptability.
And adaptability and the very, beautiful solos, I would call them, 12 Fail that has impacted so many lives. What is your own story of failure to success? Like you say, you've been insecure, you've had your own moments.
Everything, right? Like right up from the beginning to, I was a model, and then from there, I saw success, but then I also saw failure. And then I was like, let me go in for Miss India. I won Miss India. I saw success. And then, of course, I saw failure because I went and I was a top 10 contestant at Miss Universe, but I didn't win the crown. So, like that. In the movies also, there are sometimes you see yourself as a part of really successful films. And then sometimes nobody's even heard of the work you've done. But every day you have to like get up, get back on your feet. And I feel like you got to turn that failure and you've got to have a positive kind of string to it, because if you don't do that, you're just going to dig this deep hole for yourself, and you're going to be in it for you've got to be the one who's going to pull yourself out of it and give yourself the opportunity. And also it's sometimes hitting rock bottom is very liberating, because you can't go further down from there. So you only rise up.
Yeah.
So then rising up becomes much easier. So get up, stand back on your feet. I mean, failure is something that you should always avoid. I'm not saying seek failure at any point. Avoid it, stir away from it, work hard. Somewhere or the other, it's going to pay off. And sometimes it just takes time.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why it's taking time.
Absolutely.
So you need to come to terms with that.
Absolutely. My last question to you is, because adaptability is the theme for Goa Fest this year. Women and adaptability, we talk about it now, but I guess it's so ingrained in us for so many ways, for good and bad. What do you have to say about this? Do you feel that we are on the same page when I say that, women don't need to be adaptable, because they have, it's with them, and they do it very seamlessly and very successfully?
Of course they do. And I feel like, to give you an example, like, when you see a mom, there are times that she could be on the phone, making a plan, whipping up a meal for the entire household, yelling and looking after one kid outside, having one kid in her arm. And then if there's a dog that comes running, a pet dog, it'd be like, settling that as well.
Correct.
And then running in when she has a moment to fold laundry. And at the same time, settling everyone to get back onto that one Zoom call that you need to attend for 20 minutes, because it's imperative that you be on that call so you can have a great day at work the next day. And I feel like, women just have it in them. And I feel like we're just built genetically to adapt under multiple circumstances. But I don't think that adaptability is, a gender thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a mental and emotional thing. And I feel like men and women both can do it if they really want to do it. And sometimes you need to be pushed off the edge. And that's when you learn how to adapt. And sometimes you learn how to adapt so soon in life that you never feel pushed off the edge. So, I mean, you need to realize who you are.
Absolutely. And I think when I see your journey, like I said, I was just watching that reel of you enjoying Diljit Dosanjh concert with your kids. And this is how, life goes on. When you were a young girl, you would go to concerts. Then Angad came in. Then you would go to concerts with him. And now you have your kids.
Yeah, but I don't know if I really went to concerts with my parents. But we went for Diljit's concert with the kids. And everyone looked at us for one moment. And they were like, you have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old at a concert. And I'm like, my kids love music. And why shouldn't they be a part of it? And 15 minutes later, all the parents in the house are like, damn, why don't we bring our kids? And it's so great. Like, I feel like these are the moments you need to enjoy with your children, with your family. Give them the exposure. Give them a great education, because there are 101 things and more they will learn from their teachers. But as parents, you raise them like your own, and you make them a part of your world. And, music is so important to us, and culture is so important to us. And I feel like it's so important that our children actually adapt to it.
Lovely. Thank you so much for sparing this time. Thank you for being at Goa Fest. Thank you, Neha. You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in. That is all for this episode of Goa Cast. This is the official podcast for Goa Fest. Stay tuned in. You can watch this podcast on YouTube. You can hear the podcast on BingePods, Apple, Spotify, or wherever it is that you get your podcast from.